The Canadian Junior Curling Championship is in Stratford, Ontario. It is semi-final Saturday. It starts next on TSN. Stratford, Ontario, about an hour and 30-minute drive west of Toronto. We're at the Stratford Rotary Complex. And history of this event this year as well. For the first time, men and women competing under one roof on arena ice. It's been a very special event for them all week long. The first time they've had this event in Ontario as well since 2012. Glad you're watching our coverage on TSN. Brian Mudryk joined by Steph Ledrew. And Steph, you competed in this championship 5 times. You made a final as well. What kind of emotions are the competitors feeling right now?
Oh, emotions are running high because this is, for many competitors, this is their first taste of the big show and the big competition. They've worked so hard for this, and I'm really looking forward to some great curling today.
The men's semifinal later on tonight, but we focus on the women this afternoon. We show you the standings, the championship bracket. Nova Scotia and Mary Fay, a great week, advancing directly to the final. You see, though, 2 teams at 7-3. That meant a tiebreaker, and that came down between New Brunswick and Manitoba. And in the end, it was Justine Comeau winning 7-5 over Abby Ackland. So, New Brunswick moving on to the semifinal. It's BC, it's New Brunswick next, and the winner of this one will play for the gold medal against Nova Scotia. That happens, of course, on Sunday. New Brunswick has not won a championship on the women's side since 2005 when Andrea Kelly was successful. Comeau, maybe not the best numbers as a skip this week, but she's found her way here.
Yeah, Justine Comeau's actually only shooting a fairly modest 65% for the week. But what that tells me is that she knows how to make the big shots when it matters. We saw that yesterday in her tiebreaker against Manitoba, making a really tough run back for the win. But in order to be successful today, she's going to have to focus on the routine shots as well.
Meantime, Sarah Daniels, maybe one of the nicest stories here. She's just 16 years of age. She's a first All-Star skip. She won a silver medal as a second at this championship just a few years ago. But, Steph, being a second and being a skip, a whole different story.
It's a different ball game, and the transition from second to skip is huge because there's so much more responsibility. And I find that with some inexperienced skips, you'll often find that in these very big pressure games, they forget their normal game plan. So she's going to have to really focus today on keeping it simple and making smart, strategic choices.
So we are set for semi-final Saturday on TSN. It is BC, it is New Brunswick. The winner of this one will move on to the championship final on Sunday and take on Mary Fay from Nova Scotia. First rock coming up next from Stratford, Ontario.
The 2016 Canadian Juniors. Brought to you by Scotties, Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The 2016 Canadian Juniors. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Just 6 teams remain at this year's Canadian Juniors. Some great fan support for BC. We're at the Stratford Rotary Complex. And it's time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Sarah Daniels, skip of Team British Columbia. Our lead is Megan Daniels, our second is Desiree Hawes, our third is Marika Van Osh, and we curl out of the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster. Hi, I'm Justine Comeau, skip of Team New Brunswick. Our lead is Kira McLaughlin, our second is Bridget Comeau, and our third is Emma LeBlanc. We curl out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton.
BC throwing the Redstones, New Brunswick the Yellowstones, and by virtue of her record, Sarah Daniels gets Red Rocks and Hammer in the semifinal game. And to lead us off, it is Kira McLaughlin, 15 years of age, opening up this semifinal. I know, Steph, you competed in 5 of these events. You were 13 at your first one. Unbelievable how much experience these youngsters are getting at such a big level.
No kidding. At 13, I had no idea where I was or what I was doing, to be quite honest. I had no idea the magnitude of a championship like this. So, but then going to 4 more after that, I had a great opportunity to learn as I went along, that's for sure.
Also prerequisites of doing just fine in the TSN booth. Not knowing what you're doing, feeling
just
lost.
being thrown in, yeah.
That's how Russ Howard became one of the best in the business. Megan Daniels lead for Team BC.
It's pretty good. To be there. Very good. Just 2.
No big surprise from Team New Brunswick to start off the game with something fairly defensive. We see that a lot in first ends of very big games, just throwing a rock top 4 and hoping to hit out the end, but BC says no thank you. And they're going to throw a corner and get this thing going.
Nice shot.
Really nice to see the future of women's curlers in New Brunswick front and center here. Such a young team. McLaughlin's 15, Bridget Comeau 16, and the skip and Emma, 17 years of age, so a really good future. And keep in mind, Comeau competed here last year, a 6-4 record, which is something to be very proud of, and looking to build on that 1 year later. Rules of play, 10 ends, 38 minutes of thinking time, and 2 90-second timeouts. Winner of the semifinal moves on to that gold medal game, which will be on TSN tomorrow.
Take a look. Good. Just for line. Post for line. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Right on. Hard. Goal line. Yep. Hard.
Both teams actually showing quite a bit of comfort with the ice here early in the game by clearly getting a good feel for their draw weight and a really nice come around there.
Doesn't matter in the men's or women's play, Steph, you look right across, and it is such a family affair. When you talk about the teams and the competing, of course, you have sisters here. You have Sarah Daniels, 16 years of age, skipping her sister, Megan, who's 19 years of age. We'll see Northern Ontario, the Horgan boys as well, later on in the final on Sunday. And it just really speaks to that. You get up, you talk curling, you curl with your siblings or your parents, obviously a big factor in that as well. And we've seen a ton of the brother-sister act here at Nationals.
For sure, and actually you have a lot of parents coaching teams here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the New Brunswick coach is dad of the 2 Comeaus on the team.
Yeah, Tim Comeau.
Things getting a little cleaner here this end, electing to play the double peel and open things up. And if she's really lucky or really smart, she'll get a little roll to a corner guard there, and then her deuce is still in play, but with the control zone completely open.
Did you not like the weight, Steph? Maybe with that shot a little quieter, you still get him to go and get that corner?
I did like that, yeah. A lot of teams will, knowing that they have to move 2 rocks instead of just 1, will just whip it down there as hard as they can. But this is a situation where those 2 yellow guards were grouped so close together that you can get a lot of action off of those and get rid of them while saving your shooter and using it as a corner, keeping your chance for 2.
No roll. It's fine.
And the shooter spills out, so New Brunswick still lying 1 on the button.
Nose is okay. Yep. He got it, Des.
Steph, we talk about it all the time. It's one thing to compete all week long and you play these games, but now you're on a single sheet, TV cameras, a little quieter in the building because you're the only sheet on the ice. How dramatic of an impact is that?
For teams that have never been in this situation before, for sure, it's completely different. And as much as you want to say that the atmosphere doesn't affect you, at least not negatively, it does. It's reality. Your whole situation is different. You're used to throwing rocks while there are games going on the 4 other sheets. And sure, there's some eyes on you, but not everyone in their living room at home. So hopefully these teams can actually harness that nervous energy and turn it into something really good and thrive under the pressure. Another thing to consider, being the only game on the ice, is that can actually affect your ice surface quite a bit. You know, there's less bodies out there. You might notice that it gets a little frosty if the frost creeps in. So the teams will have to really keep an eye on the changing ice conditions throughout the game. It's not going to react the same as it did all week.
19-year-old Marika Van Osh. And she was a first-team All-Star as well. Had a fantastic week.
That's okay, Marika.
Steph, so far a very open first end. Likely something we expected in your mind. Keys to the game.
For New Brunswick, we've noticed that this week the losses that they did have came from giving up some really big ends late in the game, a couple of 4-enders even. So we're going to have to look for this team to finish strong and stay focused in the second half. And Emma LeBlanc has a very formidable opponent at Marika Van Osh at that 3rd position. Marika's been playing incredibly well, and Emma's going to have to really pick it up and make sure that her skipper has some easy shots.
4 or 5. Get it to 6. Hard line's really good. Hard. Right up. Hard. Good shot. Good weight.
When you have 2 first-team All-Stars in Sarah Daniels and Van Osh, obviously something's been going really good all week long for Team BC, and those 2 will be keys here as well.
They have been putting up some huge numbers for sure. Marika Van Osh has only been out-curled once by her opponents, and that's a long week, so that's pretty impressive. And to have both back-end players winning All-Star awards and shooting so well really bodes well for how you're going to finish the game. And the great Earl Morris once said to me that if it's going well, just keep doing what you're doing, and that's what they're going to do.
Keys to the game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
If we can roll over to the other side of Semifinal, that'd be pretty good too, but sticking's fine.
Control.
Yep.
You just saw that experience from last year as she gets the landing gear down there in time. 6-4 record last season. How big is that, Steph, coming back a year later?
The experience that you gain at one of these events, this Canadian Championship, is something that you simply can't get anywhere else. And 1 year under your belt already goes a long way towards what you can achieve this year and your confidence going into it. She knows she can play with the best right now with a winning record like that last year, and she's going to improve on that.
You got to make a really cool transition. You played in a final and sadly lost in that final when you competed at this event. Did anything about the TV cameras or that game throw you off at all?
I'd love to say no, but absolutely 100%. It was nerve-wracking, and certainly for the first little while, you know. After a little while, a couple of ends, you really do settle in and just focus on the game. But you can't fabricate that experience without actually experiencing it firsthand. So I think both of these teams are probably pretty excited to have a fairly clean first end happening here and to just settle in and forget that there's anyone else around.
Where were you more nervous, playing in that final or being in your first broadcast booth performance up here?
Broadcast booth, hands down. Hands down.
We're not so bad up here, are we, Steph? Come on, it's pretty simple.
The pressure is pretty high.
Good call.
One thing I noticed in watching games over the last couple days while I've been here and had the opportunity to watch these players is that when you're playing these very, very simple ends, it is actually quite important to save your shooter. If you hit and stick, then the other team has to answer with a hit as well. If you roll out, then you're giving the other team an opportunity to get a really good feel for draw weight early in the game at no risk. And one thing to make sure that you keep your shooter around is to bring that hit weight down rather than just firing out of the hack as hard as you can, because you have so much adrenaline right now. They're throwing nice controlled hit weights, 10.5, 11 seconds, hog to hog, which really increases your chances of holding that shooter.
Control up, normal. Hard line, hard line. Hard! Really hard.
And they jump it right out of her hand here. Her final stone in one.
Really hard!
They got to go just to get a piece, and they will get enough.
Nice shot.
Shooter sticks around, so it'll be the blank attempt for Sarah Daniels.
And that's a perfect example. That rock only contacted about half of the other rock, and it still managed to stick around in the rings. And if you were throwing like a normal weight, a 9.5, something like that, that shooter's long gone.
That's fine though.
Huge hairs in my rock. Oh really? Yeah, it was like that long. That's why I cleaned it twice.
Stay close in the roll. Yeah, straight up. You got it.
One of the youngest skips here at this year's Nationals, Sarah Daniels.
Clean.
16 years of age. Her final stone here in one.
Clean. Yep, clean. Good.
A nice clean. Away goes the yellow. And a blank on the board. In our first semifinal here in Stratford, we're all locked up at 0. Second net to come. Welcome back to Stratford, Ontario, home to the Stratford Shakespeare Festival. Performers such as Christopher Plummer, William Shatner have performed here, and our performers are a little bit younger. At the Canadian Junior Curling Championship, a blank on the board in the first end, so BC and Sarah Daniels will continue to have hammer here in the second.
Line's good, just floor.
That Justin Bieber guy's also from here too, Steph.
I keep hearing that, yeah.
Yep.
I don't think he's in town. It was funny though, in doing a lot of the player interviews, they're very aware that he's from here, and I think Matt Dunstone had maybe the best line. He's like, I think there's a lot of other people looking harder for him than I am right now.
Can only see like a fifth.
So we're already seeing the team settle in here and calling a much more aggressive end to begin with. We had a center guard by New Brunswick, a come around, and now the freeze attempt. So we're going to see a few rocks in play here.
Get around, 4,
3,
4, round,
3, 4.
round, switch.
Kira McLaughlin leads stones for New Brunswick.
4,
4, 5.
4. Okay, line's
They
not
curl out of
bad.
the Capital
Check
Winter
out the
Club in
line.
Fredericton.
Tight. Hard.
And the New Brunswick women's playdowns continues. The Scotties in Grand Prairie, Alberta,
Right off, guys, hard.
just a few weeks away.
Sorry. Just right behind T. Hair more? Just a hair. Yeah. Got me.
It's coming up a little short on that freeze attempt, and that leaves BC an opportunity to draw to the wing, which is what I like to call sort of a conservative aggressive play. It's getting 2 points in play, but what this is going to do is now keep Team New Brunswick busy
Gotta go.
with potentially hitting this open rock once it comes to rest here.
Line's good. Yep, right up. Go, go, go. You got it. Hard. Straight up. Push hard, girls.
Are we just tight?
Yeah, just there. Sorry.
Okay, keep going, keep going.
It turns out to be a corner guard
That's
instead
okay,
of a
Megan.
draw to the wing, so opportunity for New Brunswick here to try again with that freeze.
Steph, you had the opportunity to not only compete here in this National Junior Championship, but play in the Scotties as well. What did you find the biggest steps were from this junior age? And we've seen some incredible junior curlers. You think of Kelsey Rock comes to mind, making that big step to women's play. What are some of the biggest differences
I think for sure one of the more important things is smart strategic decisions. It's so easy to get caught up in the moment when you're a junior, and like I said, you can't fabricate that experience. It really just comes with time in making the smart play at the right time. And of course, execution is huge too.
Are her splits off, or because that was? There's still one. Okay. You got this. You got it.
Clean. Whoa, whoa. Easy. Whoa, just clean. Just clean. Clean. Careful on that one. That's okay. Okay.
So BC was happy to be shot rock there, buried behind the center, but in trying to peel that center guard, they were hoping to save their corner and still have a nice opportunity to build up a multiple point end, but unfortunately clipped their corner guard on the way out too, so you're going to see things open up again very shortly.
One more up.
Whoa, whoa, we need to curl a
Clean.
lot.
Kira, hard, 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 really hard, really hard.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Run it back, avoid the jam, and they will catch that yellow one. So New Brunswick does lie one, touching the 8.
Just early 3/4. Okay.
You got it. That's good.
Sarah Daniels electing to play the double here and potentially save her shooter as a corner guard as well.
Yep.
I'm not sure if she called that, but I wouldn't. I would like that result.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep, yep. Hard. Hard. Go, go. Ah. Okay. Okay.
And they will jam it.
Didn't you get 30 on the shoots?
That's all tight here.
Fortunately, with leaving that shooter as a center, really closer to a center guard than a corner, that allows New Brunswick now to come around that, shrink the scoring area, and sit 2, which means that the force is on.
Really gotta curl!
7.
Lots of room!
6.
Lots of room!
6.
Okay, yeah, Brigitte, go, 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 go. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, hard, gotta be 6, Kira, go! Hard! 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 On the way! Hard! Hard! You guys have to sleep in a soft. Yeah.
28.
Lots of room!
6.
Lots of room!
6.
What do they mean by 6,
Okay, yeah,
Steph?
Brigitte, go.
They're using the zone theory in calling out weight. It just sort of eliminates some confusion when telling your skip where you think the rock is going to end up. A 6 is top 4, 7 would be T-line, and so on and so forth. So that actually came up a little shorter than they expected.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait there. No, close. Whoa. Okay, well, we're there. Wait for it. Close. Close. No. Close. Yep. Hard. Hard. Go, 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 go. Hard. Nice. Good.
Really nice shot.
Just like
Making that hit and roll to sit frozen on the corner and shot rock, actually. With those rocks grouped together now, that means that New Brunswick is likely going to lose the back yellow, or at least the 2 yellows will now be grouped together and allow BC an opportunity to double and keep the blank alive.
Good shot.
The quiet wait, but the shooter spills out, so New Brunswick still lies 1 in the 12.
That's good.
Do you want to just come around, or do you like the hit and roll?
So just gonna freeze if we come around, I think.
I don't mind coming this way on this side.
I think so, yeah. I think it's good, Mikey. You got it.
I think this is a nice aggressive call. It's low risk because you still have 2 paths to the button, not a lot of rocks in play, So she should have no problem making sure that she scores this end. But in calling this shot rather than the hit and roll, she's increasing her opportunity to get a couple of points this end.
You guys are okay? Yeah, we're there. Room. We're there. Hey, you gotta move.
No, we're all there. Here on the glass. Well, 10. Yeah, we're all
Coming
there.
off?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're still there.
We still need to wait.
It's gotta finish though.
We're behind T.
Okay, that's okay. Go, go.
Yeah, right back, Megan. Go.
Back 8. Go, 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 go.
Hard, hard,
Go,
hard,
go,
hard,
hard, Megan. Hard, Megan. That's okay. Okay.
Maybe I hear more. She has a lot more rotation.
Okay.
Why didn't they want that one behind T, Steph?
Well, now that opens up the opportunity for New Brunswick to freeze, which will, again, shrink the scoring area for BC, probably forcing them to 1, and certainly making the chance for 2 pretty tough.
Hard line, hard line, hard line.
8, 9. Line's good.
9, close. 10, 10.
Gotta curl.
9, 10.
9,
Curling.
It's curling.
10.
Line's really
Hard
good.
line. Hard. Hard.
And now they jump it to try and get it by that red stone, and they will.
Whoa. Yes, hard, hard. Get it on. Lock it on. Hard. Hard, hard, hard with it.
And that settles back 4 for shot stone buried.
I think that curled a little bit more than they expected. They were taking quite a bit of ice, so it does look like there was some nice curl out there, but I mean, she had the broom just inside the outside edge of the 12-foot, and that's curled to almost the center line. And I think there's enough of a window here for Sarah Daniels to come down and maybe tap that and get a slight inside hole.
That's it. To it?
Yeah, 2 or a little bump.
Okay.
Steph, we've had a small sample size, obviously. We've got to see Sarah Daniels a little bit, though. What do you think of Sarah's demeanor as a skip? 16 years of age. She's leading people that are older than her. Her teammates are all 19 years of age. What have you seen out of her so far?
So far, she's grace under fire. She's the amount of leadership coming out of a 16-year-old is pretty impressive. I know that I don't think I could handle leading a group of girls when I was 16, that's for sure, but there's a reason why I'm not a skip. So she's settled into this role very well, and she may have found her calling.
Line's really
for sure.
good.
Line's perfect.
Yep.
Yep, line. Need to go
Hard.
Hard. Hard. You gotta go line. Hard. 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 It's gotta
Hard.
hard.
Right up.
Go, go, go. You gotta be here. Hard, 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 hard. Go.
Van Osh and Daniels, a big-time scrub. They will drag it in.
Okay, that's fine.
It'll touch the 8-foot.
Sorry, girls. A little light there. Good sweep.
Guard her path for her draw, too. Because there's no way she can bump that back here with hit weight. Or, yeah, bump it back. I think if we just...
We got it to full in practice. Pardon? I think we got it up to full speed.
Even if we're up here.
Anywhere in that line.
Yeah, I just don't want to
up
be
there,
open here and
yeah.
leave her a double for 3.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
Potential for New Brunswick to put some pretty big pressure on BC here early in the game.
You like the guard, Steph, or do you like to come and maybe pull one right on the button and really put the heat on?
Well, Justine made a good point. If she leaves that rock in the wrong spot, she may leave a double for a big end for BC if she elects to go in with it and kind of bury around that red a little bit. So instead, she's electing to leave it a little bit short and just cut off the draw path for BC and force her to that wide in-turn side.
Good.
3. Line's pretty good. 3.
Good.
4. It's a bit up. 4. Gotta curl. 4. 3.
Gotta curl.
Curling. Yeah, go for it. You gotta go hard.
Right over.
Hard, right over, hard.
Hard, right over. All you
Hard.
got.
Right over, hard. Hard, 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 hard. That's good. 15. 406. That's the last one. I don't think she has a way in there. That actually worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's not there anymore, right?
No. It's either that or we play the normal night rules hard.
Yeah.
Let's just go for this.
All right. Let's make it good. You guys are.
What's the call here, Steph? Just draw down to that yellow stone?
Yeah, she's going to try and get as much of the button as she can. We've seen already this end that it curls more than enough over here to get a chunk of the button, even with that red guard in play. But it's going to be a team shot. She's got to have perfect line, perfect weight, and it has to be swept perfectly as well. Lots of pressure here early in the game.
5, 6. Let's go there right now. Okay, well then.
So final stone in 2, the first really big test here for Sarah Daniels.
No, he's backing. He's tracking. All right, Sarah, that's fine. One yellow.
And it just hangs out there too far. So a steal of 1 for Justine Comeau and Team New Brunswick. The team out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton on the board here in Stratford.
1 yellow.
It is flashback time. 2009 Canadian Junior Women's Final in Salmonarm, BC. We know these women, don't we? Caitlin Laws representing Manitoba against Ontario's Rachel Homan. In 7, Laws draws for 2. Manitoba up 3-2. Final end. Score 4-4. Homan needs to hit and stick, and she cannot. And Laws does not even have to throw her final stone. 7-4. Manitoba wins it. Laws, Brianne Meakin, Larissa Grenko, and Jenna Loader, your 2009 Canadian Junior champions. And we're very pleased to be joined by Caitlin Laws in the booth. And when you watch that video, Caitlin, what kind of memories does that stir up for you?
Oh my gosh, it brings back so many amazing memories, and how exciting to be here watching new memories being made for these young athletes.
An amazing banquet last night, and you were the guest speaker, and you had a really passionate, emotional speech, and you had so many great things that you touched upon, Caitlin. Losing your father, winning a national championship, having food poisoning before the Olympics. What did it mean to get up there and share that message with all these youngsters, the future of the game?
I love sharing my story, and especially to the juniors. I feel like I'm not that far removed from this generation, and I'd love to be able to show that they can really accomplish anything if they set their hearts to it.
I asked this to Steph earlier in the broadcast, and I asked her biggest differences from junior and your learning and that growth into the women's game. What did you notice from your progression?
The biggest thing is the consistency and the amount of work and effort that goes into it. We're training every single day, and that's something that we didn't have as an option when we were in juniors. And now I think that that's growing in our sport right now for these young athletes, but I didn't have that opportunity when I was their age.
And Caitlin, I know you've been doing a lot of, I guess, keynote speaking and traveling around and kind of sharing your message with curlers, but other young athletes as well. And what does it mean to you to be able to actually share that story and help others as they're kind of chasing their Olympic dream or whatever dream they happen to have?
Well, it means a lot to me because, again, I still feel like everything that I've accomplished in my career, it's so surreal. And I'm just on this amazing journey, and the journey keeps continuing, and we keep writing a new page in our book that we have, and it's just so much fun. I get to travel the world doing something I love, and we're so lucky.
So I learned something last night. Apparently, so at the juniors, there's a pebble patch. Is that what it's called? The pebble patch?
That's new to me.
Apparently, you can go in there and have some sodas and I guess have a good time and get to know your teammates. There's so many cool things about this event. From the photo they just took, Steph, we got to see before the semifinal, all the athletes get together on the ice, and then the skips kind of did their own photos and the leads did their own photos. What were the memories you had from this event, maybe outside of the curling, just getting to know all the other athletes?
That's one of the best things about the Canadian Juniors is you're meeting people from all across Canada, and you're creating a special bond and amazing friendships, and these curlers are going to be playing against each other for years and years to come.
You were a very successful skip, and we're looking at two young ones here. Justine is 17, Sarah is 16.
Wow.
Sarah Daniels at 16 is the first-team All-Star. Do you see any comparisons to maybe yourself and these young women that are coming up?
Well, they're already steps in way ahead of me because I never got to a junior national at 16 and 17. So kudos to them for be playing in this semifinal and having that experience at such a young age.
I loved your joke last night on stage. I believe you said they're coming after you. They're coming after you, Caitlin.
They really are. We have to look out. They're going to be right in the women's league sooner than we know it, and hopefully they will respect their elders and not beat up on us too hard.
It's wishful thinking.
I know.
The last time we caught up with you, you were in Banff in a very successful skins game, and that was incredible for you and your team. Team Canada coming up, and Grand Prairie, the Scotties. Take us through maybe your team's preparation and your excitement for that event.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to being at the Scotties this year as Team Canada. We've had a couple of weeks off post the skins game, but we played in the Continental Cup in Vegas, and now we're fully into our training mode and gearing up for an exciting week and a half in Grand Prairie.
Caitlin, they never let me go cover that one. I don't know why.
Oh,
it's
the Continental Cup?
They don't let me go to that one.
Especially in Vegas.
Keep Mudryk out of Vegas.
Yes. I can't say I don't blame them.
Good shots.
BC trying to remove some of the yellow granite in front. So, Caitlin, so many great memories. You win a national championship. You have an Olympic gold medal, and you're coming off your first ever Scotties win. And with Jennifer's success, we knew, but you'd actually never won a Scotties. What was that like for you?
It was a dream come true. It was something that we talked about as a team going forward in this next Olympic quadrennial. We were so proud to finally win that Scotties with this lineup, and it's been a dream come true. Winning the silver medal last year at the Worlds was very exciting for us. We loved competing in Japan, and now we're just looking forward to the next few years and just trying to find ways to keep getting better.
We always love covering the Scotties. It's such an amazing event. You guys are obviously back as Team Canada. Chelsea Carey coming out of Alberta. Manitoba, you probably know the Einerson team very well. As we look at some of the competition that will be there, and Rachel Holman, obviously a big surprise, and Jen Hanna back for the first time since 2005. You weren't on Jen's team back then, but of course we'll be showing the shot that Jen made. I know a lot of people have goosebumps. Your thoughts on the field early on?
It's going to be a fantastic week of curling, and there's some faces that some of the curling fans may not recognize, but they're going to be tough. Every single team here deserves to be in this field, and I'm excited to see the level of play.
Little hit and roll as BC lies one with hammer here in 3. Caitlin, if you had one message, and you had many great messages last night during your keynote speech, but if you had one message for not only these curlers here, but maybe young curlers at home watching that couldn't qualify for this, what would your message be? I know one thing that stood out to me was the fact that you had a lot of doubters when you came up, and yet you still thrived to where you are today.
Absolutely. I think if these curlers can learn from some of their losses that they've had and take something from each time they step out on the ice, they're going to be so much better in the long run. I think back to some of the losses that we had before we ever made it to the junior nationals, and I think those geared us up to play in those championship games because we learned from those mistakes that we made earlier on.
Awesome, Caitlin. Well, I know there wasn't a dry eye in the place when you told a lot of your stories. You showed your pictures from Sochi and that gold medal run. It was epic. It was unbelievable. We thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in Grand Prairie, the Scotties, as you try defend your title as Team Canada once again. Thanks, Caitlin.
Thank you so much for having me.
Whoa! Yes! 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 Hard! Nice shot.
That'll flip behind cover a little bit as BC lies one with hammer here in 3.
Half?
No, like way less.
Okay. Try the double.
Okay.
Firm. Almost nose. If you just roll to here, that's not bad.
Okay.
Might even get that one too.
Okay.
Trying to do the pretty tough kind of a run double peel situation here to get rid of a whole bunch of red, but she could just be drawing around the center guard and to try and force the hand of BC.
Third stone's on the way. Emma LeBlanc will get 2 reds to go.
That's good.
And a nice job in removing 2 of those red corner guards, but in missing the one in the house, you're opening up the chance for 2 for BC now, and it's quite low risk. Not a lot in front of the house. Nothing going on in the scoring area. So you're going to see Marika Van Osch drawing in turn side around that center guard now to sit 2 points, and New Brunswick's going to have to come up with something good in order to prevent them from scoring 2 this end.
Room. Got a curl. Whoa, looks hot. Just 4, just 4.
No, it's...
Are we back here?
Yep.
Go, go,
Sorry,
go.
my
Go
fault.
then, go then. Yeah, go. Go, 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 go. Really hard, bring it back. Go, 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 Megan, go, Megan. That's fine.
You should fine. I was
It's okay. It's just glassy out there, right?
Sorry, Marika, right there.
It's okay. It's just glassy out there.
I love how every team has their little saying. Steph, what do you think they mean by glossy out there?
I think what they mean is that it's gliding a little more than they expected early in the game. You might have some fresh pebble and the rocks grind a little quicker, and I would assume that a glossy surface means that they're going to glide a little further. So that rock coming just a little bit deeper than they hoped and opening up this hit and roll.
So roll it all the way, okay?
I like that term, actually. I think I might use it.
Glossy. Yeah. All right.
Control up, control up. Bridget, you gotta go, you gotta go.
Really hard, Bridget.
Really hard!
Really hard, you got it.
Hard!
Justine urging her teammates on.
All you got. All right.
And the shooter will stick around. BC lying 1.
That's fine. It's okay.
Trouble here now for New Brunswick, though. BC can bury another nice one around this guard, then you're looking at a potential 3 in play.
But I had one earlier that stayed really straight and you didn't think I got that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, just a hair higher.
You got it, Zach.
So yours really slid, hey?
Yeah.
Just pretty glassy.
Yeah, it's pretty fast out here.
Okay. Yeah, you can give it to us. Do you think I was same as I threw my first round last time? Pretty close?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. You guys got it.
They've had a good opportunity to learn the speed of this path on the last rock thrown down here, so look for this one to be a little bit more precise rock placement in front of the tee line.
Hard early. Take a look, just for weight. 4.
Got some room.
Take a look.
4, 5.
Switch and go.
Switch and go.
Just for weight.
Lock it on, hard.
Line's really good.
Hard, go. Hard. Go.
All hands on deck to try get that into the paint. Even a biter maybe. And I don't think they got it there.
Pretty big opportunity missed there. Even to just get second shot there would have been huge, because you're forcing the hand of New Brunswick then to probably play this really tough out-turn freeze. You know, they bounce off, they come up a little bit short, and BC's looking at a pretty easy 3-pointer.
Yeah, for sure.
7, 4,
If you
5.
can see half of it, that's pretty good.
Gotta be shot though, okay? Full 4. Yep. 405. Yep.
Final stone here in 3 for Justine Comeau without hammer.
Bit of room, 7.
Lots of room, lots of room. Switch.
Curl, 7.
7, 8. Line's not bad. Got a curl. 8, 9.
Curling a lot.
Hard line.
And now it starts to go sideways. That definitely picked.
Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, get a shot. Hard. Hard.
Can they drag it in for shot stone? They will. Definitely pick, because that started going sideways, Steph.
Sideways and then back again, it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see it grab there for sure, loses its handle, and actually starts to dive, and it looks like it's going into maybe a pretty nice position, but then picks up the other turn, and now wide open pick for 2
Yeah,
here.
just 10. We'll just...
And to your point, Steph, if that first stone would have been at least second shot,
This is
she's
a hit
looking
for
at a 3.
Yep.
That's a tough break for Justine, too. You saw her really take extra time in cleaning her final rock, and I think she felt something was underneath it. So a tough break for her, and a chance for 2 on the board for Team BC here in 3.
Yeah, you can clean. Clean. Yep. Yep, right to it. Right to it. Clean, clean, clean. You're good, you're good. Nice job, Sarah.
Sarah Daniels, right on the nose. Team BC puts 2 on the board, and they have a 2-1 lead in Stratford. Regional Molson Canadian Leafs hockey at TSN continues. Tuesday, it's the Leafs, it's the Bruins. You can watch it at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 4 in the Leafs region. This region has produced some great hockey players as well. Stratford's Junior B hockey team has produced the likes of Eddie Olchuk, Gar Snow, Rob Blake, Chris Pronger, so some good hockey country here just outside of Toronto, and some great curling country here too. Our first semifinal on TSN today, the women's final. It's BC, it's New Brunswick. And a nice hit and stick from Sarah Daniels. Puts 2 on the board and a 2-1 advantage here in 4.
2. Line's not bad. 2. 2. Got to curl a bit.
3.
Looks heavy. Looks really
3.
heavy. Just a 2. Looks really heavy.
3.
Okay, line's good. It's curling a lot. Nice shot.
Good shot. That's good. Even if you do that, it's okay. Okay. Six. 6, 7.
So playing the come around here to try and get a rock in a nice position, and you saw her indicate that the sort of the pro side miss would be if you're to throw it a little tight, kind of air on the inside, and actually split that top one onto the rings. Looks like it's nowhere near it though.
It's okay, Megan. Sorry.
So Sister Megan will maybe just hang on there, back 12.
It's hard to tell if red is sitting 2 or none.
With the free guard rule, you can request to have a check, can you not, Steph, if you want to
You can,
know
yeah.
if it's in?
Yeah, while it's during the time that the free guard zone rule is in effect, you can call the official out with the biter stick, it's called, to see if that rock is actually in the rings or not.
Room, lots of room. 5.
7, 8.
5.
6.
Okay, line's okay.
5,
5.
6.
Looks heavy.
It's not heavy.
It's got a curl. Okay, yeah, Emma, hard, Emma, hard, all the way, hard, go,
Emma LeBlanc with a big scrub.
Nice shot.
Pretty close to buried for shot stone.
You got it. You got it. Oh. Clean. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Clean. Hard. Clean. Nice shot.
Des Haas will make the Yellowstone go away.
Lots of room. 5.
In some situations here, you might see New Brunswick actually just replace that corner guard and kind of keep Team BC busy with peeling it, and then eventually split the rings with their second counterpoint. She's electing to go in instead, and it is nice to be sitting 2. You've got a good opportunity at getting a couple points this way, but I would even consider throwing the intern around that tight red rock just to make sure there's lots of separation.
That spot has fooled them both, as that one has glided right through as well.
Must be glossy down there.
No, this is fine too. Yeah. Can I throw the outturn at it? Yeah. I got it. Next time. You got it. 10. Just 10. Clean.
Does that give your competition maybe a little scouting advantage there, knowing that maybe she's more comfortable with the out-turn, or am I reading into that too much?
You know, for a second you might think, oh, I'd love to force her to her interns if she doesn't like them, but when it comes down to it, you just have to call the shot that makes the most sense. And if that happens to leave her with the turn she favors, well, just make your own shots, you know?
Emma, hard! Emma, hard! Hard!
Control.
Hard! Really hard, right up! Hard! Hard!
Just shove it way out.
It's been a long week of great competition here in Stratford. There's 2 pools when it comes to women's play. This is Pool A. The top 4 teams qualify for the championship round. And you see Justine had a great week, 5-1 record with Manitoba at 5-1 as well. Really nice to see history too, Steph. Nunavut winning their first ever games on the men's and women's side. It was really special at the banquet last night. A standing ovation for both of those teams. Obviously, they're in tough against a lot of the competitors here in the stronger provinces and territories, but hats off to Nunavut for not only their love of the game, their sportsmanship, but hey, picking up their first ever wins. It was pretty cool.
Well, it's clear that they're learning a lot and they're learning it fast, and this is the place to do it. So it's so great that this format is available where Nunavut gets to play so many games against so many great teams rather than just playing against each other all the time.
And this was the second pool, Pool B. Mary Fay, Nova Scotia. We'll see her tomorrow in the final, a 5-1 record. Sarah Daniels in our feature game right now came in at 6-0, and it was a tough week for Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yes, hard line, hard line, hard line. Hard, 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 hard right up, hard. Whoa.
One of the nice things that we saw this week, Matt Dunstone, who we'll see later on tonight in the men's semifinal, was taking on Nunavut, and I think the final score was about 33-1. It wasn't pretty, but it was pretty cool to see Matt and his team really helping that team along and giving them advice and trying to groom them. And I mean, throw the score away. It was just really phenomenal to see them help them. And the Nunavut guys, they wanted to keep playing because they don't have that opportunity to play these high caliber teams. And as you know, Matt Dunstone's played in 6 tour events this year, so the experience that he has and that sportsmanship to pass that along is pretty phenomenal.
5.
Arthur Siksik is in the middle. He was the skip for Team Nunavut in the glasses.
No, it's like just biting top 12. If you're like biting fourth,
And every
it's pretty
rock
good.
that these guys throw at this level is a learning opportunity, whether it's a miss or a make. It seems unthinkable to play a game when you're down 33 points, but you know, most of us would be Velcro, shaking hands and going home and getting a good night's rest. But this is where they learn. So kudos to them for sticking it out and just soaking up every single thing that they can.
It's really light.
Hard finish, hard finish, hard finish. Hard, hard.
Okay. What'd you get? 21. Yeah. I think that's easier than trying to cross center.
Yeah, for sure. It took a while for Americas to come over.
So a short run back was made by Des Haas there and put a little bit of pressure on New Brunswick, and unfortunately coming up late on that come around attempt.
Okay, sir. Just the hair you're throwing.
Yeah, I think so.
That one 7 just slowed down twice.
This is that intern path that we saw in the previous end, Steph, where she was a little bit heavy, but it will curl if you have the right weight.
It'll definitely finish. She can get this completely buried for sure, and if she can keep it on the tee line or just above it, there's going to be a serious amount of pressure on Team New Brunswick.
4, 3, lead
Okay, lines the hair tight.
4, 5. Line's good.
Line's good. Top 4.
Line's really good.
Look up. Line's
5.
close.
Line's
Yep,
really
line.
good.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard line.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard.
That rock making its move, a big brush. They'll wreck on their redstone and spill in as BC lies 2 without hammer here in 4.
Really good sweep. Yeah. Take off. Yeah, really good sweep though.
I don't think there's a hole there.
What do you mean?
I don't think there's a hole that we can get.
Great throw. Thank you.
Firm, right here.
What, like this turn?
Yep.
Leaving a nice double opportunity here for Justine. If she hits it
Maybe
thin
just
enough,
a
she
little
may be
more.
able to just sit right there behind those 2 guards as well.
Like firm?
Yeah, firm. Really thin, okay?
Okay.
There's no hole there, so like as thin as we can get.
Okay.
A chance for Justine Comeau to get out of some trouble here in 4. Her first.
Hard, Kira, hard! Really hard! Hard, Bridget, hard!
And the shooter will spill across the house, and it does spill back in to catch the 12.
Yeah. 10? That's fair.
Sarah Daniels making a smart decision here to just make that yellow rock go away. You saw her indicate that she wanted to make the roll here, which would put lots of pressure on New Brunswick. It'd be a cold draw against 2 at that point, but as long as she's in the ring somewhere at the end of this, sitting 1 and 2, then you'll see New Brunswick forced to 1 point, and that's mission accomplished for BC.
All right.
You do not get the vibe that this young lady looks nervous at all on the
She's
national
a cool
stage.
customer so far, that's for sure.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Close. No. No, no.
Watch the roll. I think it's a lot.
Catch it. Good. That's good.
Now there is the option now for the hit and stick if she opts to play
I
it.
like this board,
Okay, so do I.
because if we roll in,
Yeah.
it's even better.
Okay.
Right there? Okay. Curls a lot, okay?
Yeah.
Should be able to hit this right on the nose or a slight roll in and still get her point, but any roll away and it's a steal.
Probably like 4.
So a bit more precise.
Oh, wait.
Board.
Okay. Just hit and roll in.
Yeah, I think nose gets it, but rolling in is really good too.
Okay.
I can see the whole rock, so.
Yeah. Like 50? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
You like the weight call, Steph?
350?
I do. I think it's very smart knowing that they have to stick their shooter around. If they throw something like a control or a normal and they only hit even something like 7/8, they probably roll too far and give up a steal. So keeping it nice and quiet like this allows them to manage the curl of the rock a little bit better and manage the roll.
Control. Control. Hard. Really hard. Hard.
Final stone in 4, and they jump it right out of her hand.
Really hard.
Tight on line. They got to go hard to get it by the guards. One last red stone to get by, and they can't.
Nearly knocked him in for 3.
It was tight right out of her hand, and they couldn't save it. A steal of 2 for BC, and a 4-1 advantage for Sarah Daniels. Welcome back to Stratford, Ontario. A lot of the competitors watching this semifinal between BC and New Brunswick. And a mistake from Justine Comeau, as BC is able to steal 2 in a commanding 4-1 advantage here at the National Junior Curling Championship. And I guess if your dad, Coach Tim Comeau, you have to say, listen, ladies, long game, 10 ends, and a lot can still happen here.
They've got 6 ends left to score 3 points, so lots of opportunities. But it is game on now, and you're going to see New Brunswick playing a little more aggressive. Very important to get their deuce here, but without too much risk. If you get 2, you know, you're only down 1, you're very much in the game. But if you get a little too crazy aggressive going for the deuce and you actually give up another steal, then it might be lights out.
Gotta move. Top 12's okay. Top 8, full 8. You finished a bit?
We just showed a number of the competitors that are out of the competition and watching, but another thing I love, Steph, about this event is that the teams that have been eliminated played in a mixed event and got to do mixed curling with each other, and I just think it's great to see that they continue to build and learn and continue to love the sport here and get involved with each other in different provinces and territories.
Yeah, and they were actually playing mixed doubles, and the teams were, in fact, mixed up among provinces. So you're seeing Team Ontario playing with someone from Nunavut, and it was really great to see that sport being introduced. Mixed doubles, of course, is still quite new, and everybody getting used to it. But now that it's going to be in the Olympics, there's a lot of interest, and you can see that Curling Canada is working hard to groom our athletes to really, really hone their skills in mixed doubles.
Should we start training?
We, as in you and I?
Sure. You got all this national experience.
You start training, I'll catch up a little bit.
You can bring a plug along like me, up to your level.
Yep.
BC's happy with a couple nice rocks in place in the scoring area, and they're just going to get rid of this pesky corner guard.
What did you get on mine?
I don't.
Like, sorry, I forget. What did you get on Kira's? What did you get on Kira's?
Case of the missing gripper there, I think.
Six. Line's pretty good.
Looks heavy. Looks really
Six.
heavy.
Line's tight. Hard line. Hard line.
7, 6.
Okay, line's good.
Really
Line's
heavy.
good. Looks heavy.
8.
Looks really heavy. Got to curl now.
8. Really needs to curl.
Really has to curl.
9.
Keep an eye on it, okay?
Sorry.
Yep. Just 10. Yep.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Just 10.
I'm a little surprised that New Brunswick elected to play the freeze that early in the end. I think there would be no harm in trying to replace that corner guard and keeping things open again.
Close. Yep. Hard. 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 Hard.
Des Haas looking for the hit and a little roll, and she'll bang it on the nose.
Like 5? No, 7. Okay.
15, 20, 15.
Hard line! Hard!
6,
Hard line!
7, 8,
Hard!
6.
Okay, line's okay. Clean, clean. 6.
It looks okay.
7, 8.
Clean.
Looks a bit up.
Line's really good. Sit. Sit.
Not locked on, but a little tap, and it is shot stone for now.
I think you can, yeah. This is what a rock is like. I think if you throw a peel, hit this as thin as he can. Thin? You got this, Marika. Nice peel. You got it.
I like this call. There's room to actually just get through the hole in the center line and sort of peel that yellow one out, but in making this call, you actually clear the front as well.
Van Osh gets them all to go. Very nice shot from the first team All-Star.
And that's a nice looking house when you're up 3 points. Yeah, nice and thin, losing the top yellow out the side. And nothing in play but reds in the house.
You may have noticed on Marika's delivery on her right hand, she has some sort of like magic tape around her thumb and around her wrist. She is fine. She's not injured. I guess that just helps to support that hand and wrist for her sweeping.
Yeah, finish it, finish it. She's thrown 12-foot line in the past 2 lanes, okay? Just keep her on. Got it. Straight up.
This one I would get into big trouble with my junior coaches. I still have nightmares of my coach Leslie Ann Walsh telling me, don't ever come up short on a freeze. Never come short on a freeze.
Clean. Clean. That's good, Marika. Nice shot. Nice.
You hear it so many times from coaches or in the booth or listening to Russ in his broadcast, the pro miss. Making sure if you are going to miss the right way, and being late is not the way to miss on that particular shot.
No, she could afford to actually bump the red one back a couple of feet even, start building up a wall in the back of the 8-foot. You have no guards in play right now, so that's essentially the way that you're going to score a couple of points this end.
Okay. Gotta curl a bit. Line's pretty good, line's pretty good. 6, line's really good.
8.
Hard line, hard line. Hard! Hard!
Good. 410. Good weight.
Here. Pardon?
Where's your shooter?
It's rolling out.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to jam on the other one.
No, it won't.
Okay. Just straight here.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You got it, sir.
She won't be too upset if she loses the back red on this shot as well, because that's one less thing for New Brunswick to freeze on.
Hard! Hard!
If she can save her shooter, then she still may be able to force 1 point.
Good.
Sarah Daniels makes it go away, and she has that national experience. She won a silver medal playing in the 2nd position at Nationals in 2014 and can really draw from that experience.
It's amazing. Like, I was very lucky to have been on Kalia Van Osh's team, and we just had such a great year, and I'm very proud of how we did then, and we can use all the knowledge that we took from then to take us forward this year.
And I think Sarah's done a phenomenal job with that. One of our keys just off the top of the show, Steph, when we opened, here's a skip, 16 years of age, has played 2nd at this event before, and what does she do? How about a first-team All-Star at the skip position, and really taking that experience now to the next level, and a chance to get to that gold medal final tomorrow.
She's done a great job at making it look easy so far, that's for sure. And in today's game, she's shown some incredible poise and is very calm and collected and very matter-of-fact about the decisions she's making. Now, that comes a little easier when you're up 4-1, but she's been doing well the whole game.
Slowing down.
Just a 5. Line's really
Hard line!
Just a 5.
It's heavy, it's heavy.
That's fine. Okay. Pretty good. 407. 93.
Alright, just feel.
Was I on?
That's a good throw. Like a foot of separation kind of?
Should see just about everything move now, and you may end up with an empty house for Justine's last shot. And although she'd love to have had a chance to score 2 this end, it will be nice to keep the hammer in the even ends as well, the all-important even end hammer.
Feel. Yeah. Clean. Hard! Yeah! Hard! 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 Go, go, go! Good.
And Sarah gets all 3 to go.
Post almost got me.
Get a time on this, Emma.
So with her final stone, Justine Comeau will throw it through and maybe go to school a little bit on this out-turn takeout. As New Brunswick will retain the hammer, but some work to do. BC a 4-1 advantage. It is semi-final Saturday on TSN at the Canadian Junior Championship. Sarah Daniels has her eye on the prize and a lead here in Stratford.
The 2016 Canadian Juniors, brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
It's always a great part of the event. 14 junior men's and 14 junior women's teams from each province and territory across Canada are here in Stratford. That's 140 curlers and coaches, the largest amount of athletes at a Curling Canada event. It was picture day today. The winners here will represent Canada at the World Juniors being held in Copenhagen, Denmark. A lot of smiles, a lot of great memories, and what a fantastic group of young men and women curling for Canada. Some work ahead for Justine Comeau and her team out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton. Down 4-1 to BC. The final 5 to come.
The 2016 Canadian Juniors, brought to you by Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Ford Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Thousands of people come to this community every year for the Stratford Shakespeare Festival. 30,000 people called Stratford home. What I thought was cool about Stratford is that Lloyd Robertson and Tony Parsons got their broadcasting careers started off here. Yeah, that is true. It is time for the numbers after 5. Steph LeDrew, what do you see?
That key matchup at third that we mentioned earlier in the game, Marika Van Osch shooting real well at 85%, and BC overall with a huge advantage. They're just making more shots and they're making it look easy.
After 5, brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for over 20 years. Welcome back to our coverage. It is day 1. It's semifinal Saturday on TSN. The men's semifinal will happen a little later on tonight. In the meantime, a great start for Sarah Daniels and Team BC, a 4-1 advantage. Justine Comeau and her team out of New Brunswick will have hammer here in 6.
2, 1. Line's pretty good. 2, 1. Hard. As far as it'll go. Hard.
You see that first BC rock by Megan Daniels
Line's really good.
just slipping a little deep there, which creates a good opportunity for Justine Comeau to get her corner guard up. She's calling the corner guard regardless at this point, but it's nice when the opposition doesn't have a rock in a great position yet.
Pretty good. Just top 4. Line's good, top 4. By 6? Line's really good. Looks a bit heavier. Looks heavy. Over there. Just to it. A little higher. Curl a bit. Sit. That's fine. Give me it, Megan.
Steph, you had the opportunity to sit beside Earl Morris many times. Earl coaching Rachel Holman's team. He's a great guy, lots to say, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of fun to be around as well. What would have Earl told this young Comeau team after 5?
He would have told them that it's still a 3-point game and one deuce changes the whole ball game. So all they need to do is go for their 2, but they can be smart about it. They don't have to go insane, throwing 2 corners and freezing to everything. They can still be cautiously aggressive is what we call it. Be smart, get your 2 points, and it's a whole new game after that.
Des Haas will try to remove that corner guard.
Clean. Clean. Nice shot. Nice one.
Up here.
Great showing this year for BC's junior curling program, both the men's and women's teams playing in the semifinals, and next year the event will go back to the West Coast in Victoria, BC for the Canadian juniors.
Canadian juniors were there in 2004, and I actually participated that year. It was beautiful, beautiful city.
My first Scotties was in 2009 in Victoria as well.
Bring it back behind
Great support, great part of the country.
Did you stay at that big castle? What's it called, the Empress?
I did. I actually got to take a float plane as well from Victoria to Vancouver, which was really cool.
High roller.
Well, yeah.
She might get both.
I didn't fly the plane. I was a passenger in the plane.
Of course.
About a quarter.
You can't do it all, can you,
If you
Brian?
just get one, it's fine. Nice quarter. Feel?
You're being folded a bit here on drawway. That was meant to be a 2 guard and is actually close to back 8-foot weight.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. 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 Yep. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Hard. Little thicker. Nice
Haas
shot.
gets them both to go. Great shot from Des Haas.
They are just showing no mercy right now.
Nice shot. It's a good one.
Not sure who feels better, Des or the skip, when you pull something off like that. Great feeling regardless.
Oh well.
2.
2.
Mine's okay. 2. Mine's pretty good. 2. Take a look. Mine's pretty good. 2. Take a look. Looks heavy. Sit. Okay,
good.
that's good.
You got it. You got it, Marika.
Yep.
Whoa, just clean. Got clean? Whoa. Okay. Clean. Clean. Yeah. Yep. Good. Nice one.
Just back 4, wait.
She's decided to give up on the corner guards. At this point, it kind of becomes a bit of a cat and mouse game. New Brunswick throws a corner, BC peels. New Brunswick throws another corner, BC peels again. At some point, New Brunswick may elect to throw a corner, and then BC decides they're going to cap off that scoring area, put a rock top 12 somewhere, and then New Brunswick barely has a prayer at scoring 1, let alone 2. So Justine wisely sees that coming and has decided to
Curl a bit. Gotta curl.
play a soft tap here and move things around and try and build that wall at the back of the
Really
forefoot.
gotta move.
9, 10.
And generate or deuce that way.
Just get the one. If you're just off nose, it's really good. Gets rid of this one. Okay. Normal.
So you heard her say she's actually hoping to lose that back red one, or at least unlock it, because if she just straight peels this, New Brunswick has a nice opportunity to freeze on 2 rocks that are already frozen.
Hard. Whoa. 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 Nice shot.
Marika Van Osh,
Nice.
perfect. Mission accomplished as BC lies 2 without hammer here in 6.
7. Seven.
8.
Line's tight. Hard line. Really hard line. Hard.
I find Emma's release really interesting, Steph, where she'll Look at the broom. She'll push out, and the last second actually looks down
Line, you gotta go.
at the handle before she releases the rock.
Sort of reminds me of something Wayne Madaw does, or certainly he used to, but he would pick a spot nearest to him on the ice, somewhere close to the hog line, after he sort of lined up himself with the broom, and he would throw at that spot something that's 20 feet away from you rather than 120 feet away from you. And as we know, it tends to work for Wayne Madaw.
Best wishes to Wayne Madaw. Man, he had that really bad skiing injury and broke his leg, and we send our best to Wayne.
And to Sherry, who's taking care of him all day,
Right.
of course, right? The last I heard, his cast was removed, but still no weight bearing allowed. So there's progress.
His X Games career might be in jeopardy then.
Heel. Whoa. Whoa. I just clean. Whoa. No, off. No. It's really trapped. No. Decent. Peace.
And they get enough to make it go.
I just stepped that out of hair.
Picks it clean, which is thrilling for the crowd to see, but I think she would actually be happy to move that back red rock.
Just coming off
Because now New Brunswick gets another chance at the perfect freeze.
I guess Justine could try the hit and roll, but at this point, it's going to be pretty tough to secure her deuce. She's kind of thinking, you know what, likely take my one and try steal.
Yeah, it's really, the hit and roll is really just a harder way to make the same shot. The roll has to be rolled to a perfect freeze in order to have a chance at two, so this is her best chance at two.
Line's good. Still heavy. 7.
Still heavy.
And a little bump there. Had the line, just a little too much weight.
81. What did you get? 409.
This time, Sarah Daniels will be happy to pick it clean because leaving 2 reds in the house will force New Brunswick to take their 1 point, and then BC gets the hammer back, and they're pretty excited about that.
Switch turns. All right, you guys got it. Like you can. Yeah, let's just make it go. Yep, hard. Straight up. Whoa, clean. Yep, hard. Yep, hard. Good, nice.
Lovely throw from Sarah Daniels. And I guess you could hit here, but she's electing to draw for her one with backing.
Yeah, hit and roll out is a steal of 1 and almost lights out. So with backing, this is a great opportunity to get a really nice feel for draw weight as well.
Final stone here in 6 for Justine Comeau. And pretty much a must-make draw to keep her hopes alive here in the semifinal.
9.
Really got to
10.
backing.
Slowing down.
Okay, line's good.
Still heavy.
Yeah, it's still heavy. Good shot. Good shot.
Good.
She has that backing, a little tap, and a single on the board for New Brunswick and Justine Comeau. They pull within 2, but BC will have hammer when we return. Welcome back to Stratford. I'm in the broadcast booth with a woman who played second a lot in junior, so why not give the key shot to a second? It was a beauty.
Yeah, Des Hawes comes up with a big shot here. There was some signs of life from New Brunswick getting something going with a couple rocks in the rings, but Des comes up with this beautiful out-turn hit, manages to take the second rock off the back of the 8-foot, a beautiful double to clear everything out of play.
The key shot brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. So a single on the board in 6 for Team New Brunswick, a 4-2 advantage for Sarah Daniels, and they have the hammer here in 7 with a 2-point cushion. Winner moves on to that championship final tomorrow and will take on Nova Scotia.
Make it tight.
15-year-old Kira McLaughlin leads stones for New Brunswick.
2, 3. Looks heavy.
3.
Hard line. Okay, whoa, it's over curling.
Pretty unfortunate start to the 7th end here by Team New Brunswick. We had a hog rock to begin with, and BC was more than happy to see that. Put their first one in the house. But with that beautiful free guard zone rule, New Brunswick has a second opportunity for a guard, which was placed perfectly.
Close to the same. Yeah. 5-6.
Do they play that tick shot a lot at this level, Steph?
Line's good.
You don't see it a lot in juniors, and I think the only reason why is that it's a shot that has to be practiced so much, not only in your regular practice at home and between games, but in the actual pre-game practice. The ice has to be so precise and the weight has to be so precise that you have to throw it a couple times in your practice, and I think these teams are just focusing on a bit more routine shots before they get into the real complicated stuff like a tick. And the thing about a tick shot is that if it's missed, it's 100% missed. It's a 0, it's right through the house, and you're not getting anything out of it if you don't make it.
6.
4, 3.
6.
3.
Got a curl, lots of room.
Take a look. It looks
Take a
good.
look, got a curl.
Looks heavy.
Really gotta move.
Looks really heavy.
Okay, it's curling. Stay close, Kira.
6. It's heavy.
Emma, go. Nice shot.
We're just a few weeks away from the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The field is taking shape. You have defending champ Jennifer Jones, Chelsea Carey knocking off Val Sweeting, Stacey Curtis, recently crowned coming out of Newfoundland and Labrador. Nice to see Krista McCarville back on the big show as well out of Northern Ontario. It all begins on February the 20th. And the skip out of Newfoundland Labrador, someone you know very well.
Yeah, Stacey Curtis, formerly Stacey Devereaux, was actually my skip at the last time that I participated in the Canadian Junior Curling Championships in Victoria a couple of years ago.
Might get that one too.
Curtis just qualifying today, so congratulations to her and her team, and we'll see them in Grand Prairie.
She did it in fine style, too. She didn't drop a game and managed to pretty well blow all of them out of the water. One extra end finish, I think, and the rest were huge defeats.
Kira, hard! Hard! Really hard! Right up, hard! Slid it right on and shoved it to center line.
Okay.
Tell her to watch her lead, because she slid right on.
Okay.
Really feel for this New Brunswick team. Obviously, there's a lot of youth on this team. They're only down by 2, but you can really sense the frustration out there on the ice.
Yeah, there's definitely some desperation, and this is really the test, is when you're down and out and you're behind by a couple points in what's probably the biggest game of your life at this point. If you can keep cool under that pressure and just keep it simple, keep to your pre-shot routines, and you're going to start executing, and you might be able to hang a point or two back up on the board and close the gap here. But if you let it all fall apart, that's just what happens.
Des Haas with another lovely shot as they
Normal?
separate the rings. BC with hammer here in 7, line 2 already.
Lots of separation between those two, so you're going to see New Brunswick try and get a long roll here and bring them grouped back together.
They got to go hard on this one, Steph, just to get a piece of this red stone.
Whoa. 10-13
And it'll go right by.
almost manages to keep that one straight enough. But I've noticed, Brian, that the junior players here have adopted the directional sweeping and the single sweeper technique that we're seeing on the tour these days.
Yet to that point, Steph, I haven't seen a lot of the hairbrushes being used.
Yeah, that's the difference that
Isn't
I've
that
noticed
funny?
between the juniors and the tour players. I'm not sure why that hasn't been adopted yet. The idea is that
That's okay, Marika.
the hairbrush on the high side to help the rock curl actually helps more than a fabric brush, whereas the fabric will help when trying to keep a rock straight. Some of the junior teams haven't yet adopted that, although they are doing the one sweeper technique. So still a lot of learning to be done and a lot of studies and testing to be done to prove the best methods here.
Hard! Really hard! Hard!
And this one they will make contact with. But to that point too, Steph, what I find so interesting is I had a good chat last week with some of my older curling friends.
Yep.
A little bit older. And the thing is, not everyone has a Ryan Harnden to brush for you. And unless you have that real strength, if you're playing Monday night in your ladies or men's league and you're 60 years old, you don't have the strength to even make that happen yet. She was joking like, well, we're trying the directional sweeping at the club on Monday nights now. I'm like, really? Because
And it's such a specific technique, too. Not only do you have to be a very strong sweeper, it's really different now. You're kind of following behind the rock and reaching across it, and the footwork is different. It's hard to get used to. I don't have it down yet. I try my best, but it doesn't look pretty.
if they bring back the corn broom directional sweeping, I think even Russ Howard may come out of retirement for that.
He will, and I'll probably quit.
Directional sweeping with the corn broom.
Normal.
Russ doesn't sweep at all, corn broom or none, right?
Good point by you.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Like, how much do you have to get? Like, more than that?
Just when your extension, when you have that much, it just really,
Was it big
really
extension?
slides.
Justine Comeau with her first here in 7.
Firm.
Trying to get either a very long roll or potentially just knock that other one out of the rings and get the double.
No roll.
She's got it thin and just rolls underneath.
That's fine. Okay. Come back here. Go out there. Yeah, I'll try to make this one shot.
I mean, I can't say that, but it hasn't been great.
Sliding. Yeah. I kind of like teeter a little bit back, but I like leaving this one a shot.
I know so far it's been a frustrating game for this young team out of New Brunswick, but the future certainly looks bright for them. Last year, Justine Comeau, a 6-4 record, improving on that this year. Comeau 17, Emma LeBlanc 17, Bridget 16, and McLaughlin's 15. So, I mean, what a group of young ladies with all this experience, and they continue to get better each and every year and have a number of years still to come back and compete in this national championship.
Whoa, it's deep. Whoa. Careful. 9.
Yeah, well, it's not through.
Good, Sarah. Okay.
Nice wait from the skipper to lie 2 once again with hammer.
Slides forever there, hey?
Yeah, for sure.
Just have to be careful.
We gave it a hair just to make sure we were back.
Oh,
That's good.
and even if we're a bit off, she has to blast.
Right.
She might get rid of it.
Okay, up to you.
I don't know. We just have to make sure that we're here.
Okay.
I don't know. My draw weight's been all right, so. Right there.
Do you like this, Steph? If she doesn't make it, it's basically ball game.
It is, but this is the only opportunity she has to force BC to take 1 point. If she makes even anywhere close to a nice freeze, it doesn't need to be perfect right now. If she's, within a couple inches of it, even if she's not quite frozen on the nose, BC will have to blast it out of there. She's going to lose her shooter, she's going to lose the back red, and she's going to score 1 point with that biter way over in the back 12 foot.
7, 8.
Line's really good. Gotta curl a bit. Gotta move.
This 8.
This 8, take a look.
Justine Comeau needs this one absolutely perfect.
6.
Wants to lock it on nicely for shot. Stone, a little bump though.
Sorry. That's fine.
Just didn't quite curl enough.
Now, do you worry about trying to get your 3 here, or you just make that yellow go away?
11.
Make the yellow go away. It's a clean pick gets you 2 points and, you know, a 6-2 lead. You don't want to get too cute with it. The last thing you want to do is try and kind of play a tappy-tap thing with less weight, and then you over-curl it and end up being forced to, one, you roll in there maybe and get 1 point, or over-curl too far and actually give up a steal.
The pro miss here, I would say, though, is to make sure, if anything, you're a bit inside, because the last thing you'd want is to let this thing float and pick your own out and give up the single.
This is true.
Her down.
Final stone here in 7 for Sarah Daniels. And a chance to take a stranglehold here on the semifinal.
No!
Needs to finish up for her at the very end, get enough of the yellow, move it enough, and she will. 2 more on the board for Team BC as Sarah Daniels continues to roll here in Stratford.
Wasn't that far down.
Welcome back to Stratford. There's a look at 17-year-old Tanner Horgan. He was a second-team All-Star, and he has a bye right to the final. A fantastic week. We'll see him on Sunday in the gold medal game, and he'll face the winner of this one. And this one's later on tonight, the men's semifinal. Matt Dunstone won it all back in 2013. He's back looking for more. And Tyler Tardy trying to advance to the final as well. 2 BC teams in both respective semifinals. That's later on tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN. Welcome back to our feature matchup between BC and New Brunswick. 2 more on the board for Sarah Daniels in 7, and a 6-2 advantage here in this very crucial semifinal game. Winner moves on to the gold medal match tomorrow.
Okay, over and off.
Well, BC's definitely in the driver's seat right now. We saw a small mistake there again from their lead. Putting that first draw back 4 and just opening up another opportunity at some point in this end for Justine Comeau and New Brunswick to actually freeze to that. But I think you'll see them probably do the double corner guard at this point. Now we're down 4 points, and you got only 3 ends left. You're going to need to capitalize, and you're going to need corner guards to do that.
6, 7. Wait. Room. Room. Wait. Gotta move. 7. 6. Gotta move. Right here. Lock them on if you can. Can you finish it? Yep. Des, finish. Go, go, go.
Sounds good.
Des, finish it.
Yeah.
We're good, we're good, we're good. Okay. Good, man. Okay.
Line's tight. Okay, line's good. 2. 2. Okay, over and off. It's kind of overcurling.
The winner of this semifinal will advance to tomorrow's gold medal game.
Good shot.
And what a week it's been for Nova Scotia. And Mary Fay out of the Chester Curling Club, a 9-1 record at this year's event. Mary Fay, first off, thanks for joining us. How excited are you to be in that gold medal game tomorrow?
Oh, we're so excited, and we can't wait to be playing in that final. It's a dream come true.
You really have had a week to remember, and just at 17 years of age, you guys have really put up some big-time wins and made a lot of shots. Why have you been successful this week?
I think we've been successful just because we've put in a lot of hard work, both over the summer and through the year. We've competed at a lot of tournaments, and we've just been on the ice a lot.
Give us your assessment so far of the semifinal you're watching in front of you.
Well, both teams are very strong. We've actually played against New Brunswick quite a few times just because they're a little closer to home. So we've seen them in a couple tournaments, and we've competed against them for the past couple of years, and they're an excellent team. And BC is also an excellent team. We've competed against them this week, and I mean, BC has control right now, but you never know in curling. Anything can happen.
Well, Mary, we see New Brunswick on the ice here. You're a proud Nova Scotian. I'm a proud Newfoundlander. How good does it feel to be representing the East Coast the way you are and really helping to put our little provinces on the curling map?
I mean, it's an amazing feeling to know that Nova Scotia can compete at the national level and that we're right there with all the other provinces. So it's an amazing feeling, and we want to make our province proud.
Mary Fay, I understand you're going to represent Canada as well next month at the Youth Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway. Tell us about that opportunity coming up.
That's a dream come true. Carly and I are so excited, and it'll be our first trip to Europe, and it's going to be so amazing to be wearing the maple leaf for that. So it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and Carly and I are very excited.
Have you let yourself think a little bit about the chance to represent Canada not once but twice?
We try not to think about it too much. I mean, obviously it's crossed our minds, but right now we're just focused on trying to come out tomorrow and make one shot at a time and just have a really good game and leave it all on the ice.
And my final one for you, people may not know, but you're an outstanding piano player. Please tell me you have some video of this on your iPhone or something that we could run during the final tomorrow. Do you have any kicking around?
I don't think so. I think my grandmother's into taking videos, but I try to make sure that she just keeps them on her phone and doesn't show anyone.
We'll track her down.
That's awesome. Mary Fay, listen, thanks for your time, and we appreciate it, and we'll see you tomorrow in that gold medal final, and the best of luck to you and your team.
Thank you so much.
That is Mary Fay joining us of Team Nova Scotia, off to tomorrow's final after a fantastic week of curling. And I love what you brought up, Steph, the pride that you feel when you go out east and you see the curling, and you've lived it. It's phenomenal.
It's a big deal when a province that isn't necessarily so high profile or very successful, often on the national stage in curling, when they do go on a great run and play very well, and not just a one-off, 1 week. She's done so well before, and it's great to see these smaller provinces with lower numbers of curlers actually putting some great weeks together and showing us what they can do.
Another corner guard goes up for Team New Brunswick. And just a reminder, you can watch Mary Fay Nova Scotia, the women's final, right here on TSN, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, TSN 1, 3, and 4. And you know everyone on the East Coast will be watching that one very closely.
If they're anything like they were in my home club back at the Remax Center when in 2002, when my team was in the Canadian Junior Final, they had the whole club packed with every member of the club and all their friends and family, and a big projector screen. And even though we lost, they couldn't be more proud, and it's just such a wonderful feeling.
I just think it's incredible, too. You look at their age. Mary Fay's just 17 years of age, and you look at Justine is 17, Sarah 16 in these semifinals. It just speaks to the talent of the young female skips in our country.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do in a couple years. It's going to be amazing to see how they stack up as well against the best women's teams in the world once they get on the tour.
We didn't wait long for Kelsey Rock, did we? Back-to-back Canadian and world titles, and in her first TSN Skins game as well as the skip. And she's fit right in on the women's stage as well. And that just goes to show you that step, there's some players out there that can certainly make it.
They can bridge the gap pretty quickly. We saw that with Brad Gushu as well when he came up out of juniors. This young talent is really incredible. And it also speaks to the type of coaching that they get. They're learning so quickly, and they're learning how to play with the best. Not just to be the best junior, but to be the best overall.
If we get the guard, it's totally fine. Oh yeah, for sure. Just hit something.
They're pretty textbook ends so far. With New Brunswick throwing their corner guards, BC peeling, corner guard peel. Finally, New Brunswick elected to come around the corner that they still had left and actually buried it really nicely. So they have an opportunity here.
Yep, hard. Hard, right up. Hard, right up.
You heard Sarah say in the hack, plan B, if we wreck the guard, that's
Yeah,
okay too.
Good.
By the guard, and they'll make the yellow stone go away and catch their red as well.
to try this.
Okay, just like back forward.
Yeah, just hope she jams. Even if I just tap it to here. Here?
Okay.
It's a difficult position to be skipping in this situation when really you're executing this end just fine, but BC's been executing the whole game extremely well, and your only opportunity to get a couple of points here is to hope for a BC miss. You just heard her say she's going to tap this back and then she has to hope for a jam. The way BC's playing today, I don't foresee that happening, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Well, Emma just threw a 25 and she pushed it a bit and it was a 5.
So. 9, 10, 9, 10. Clean, clean. Yes, hard line, hard line, hard line.
Hard line.
Really hard.
Really hard. Hard.
Hard.
Hard.
Right up, hard.
Right up, Kira. Hard.
Right up, hard. I just moved this a bit. I just moved this rock a bit.
Now we just hit it, right? 10? Yeah. Yeah, let's just make it go. I didn't notice. It's probably the same way.
Sarah Daniels is zoned in. She's not worried about the kick on that corner guard. She's locked into that yellow stone in the 4.
Yeah, she said, I didn't notice, and I think in her head she also said, and it doesn't matter, because I'm just worrying about this yellow over here.
We got it. Yeah, it's so close. Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Off.
Whoa.
Clean. Touch it first.
No. Okay, that's good. Alright. You guys are on the wrong side.
Pretty good result, actually, moving that red rock off of the back of the buttons. There's nothing easy to freeze to right now to actually B-shot rock and use that backing.
Yeah, I know. Control.
So forcing her into the hit.
Just pin stick control. Okay. That one is in, right? Yeah. Okay. Control.
Is just on the nose here good enough for shot stone, Steph, or does she have to actually make them both move?
I think just on the nose is going to be all right. She'll have a piece of the red.
Pull up. Hard!
Hard.
And some nervous moments right out of her hand. They were saying, go at it, girls, go hard.
Yes, hard.
And a nice shot from Justine Comeau. Both reds will go and a single on the board. BC, though, in control of the semifinal. A 6-3 advantage. And they have hammer when we return to Stratford, Ontario. Crave TV, the best of TV all in one place, now available to everybody. You can start your 1-month trial today. Welcome back inside the Stratford Rotary Complex. Semi-final Saturday on TSN at the Canadian Junior Curling Championship. And BC has really held the momentum for pretty much the entire game, a 6-3 advantage. Sarah Daniels will have hammer. Winner moves on to play Nova Scotia in the gold medal final tomorrow.
And they've made a liar out of me when I said that a lot of the junior teams elect not to try the tick, at least not early in the game, like you see Lisa Weigel try and do. In their case, they use the tick to try and create 2 corner guards. But Sarah Daniels' team here has elected to try the tick here in the 9th end with a big lead, hoping to just keep everything open. For the reason that the tick was originally invented, so to speak.
Nice shot.
So 2 guards to work with here for
We're really close.
New Brunswick, and we'll see if they try it again.
Do you want to go again?
Which one? The top one?
Yeah, just the top one.
Whatever you
Same
like.
weight. I'll just tighten your ice.
Okay. Okay, wait, great. And me. You got it.
So we'll see if the sisters here can come together and make the tick shot successfully here in 9.
Weights down. Last. Whoa. Whoa. No. Still wide. Okay, yep. Hard. Okay.
Sorry. It's fine.
Not a bad result, actually. They didn't move it a lot, but they moved it enough to stagger those 2 center guards so that there's a good potential for a double peel later on in the end once the free guard zone is over with. Just getting it off enough there to change the angles, and we'll probably see a double peel attempt pretty soon.
If they could have got it past that first yellow, plan B was in play to hit the closer yellow and actually do it that way, across the face.
That's right, and that's why you'll often see the weight call for a tick shot. Some teams try to throw hack or back line. I think it's smarter to actually throw just back ring weight, so that in that case, when you hit a lot of the rock, you're still not removing it from play. Even if you hit it on the nose and you bump it to the back 12, you've at least replaced that with your own rock as well in front of the house. Lining up the double peel.
About a quarter. Okay. Centered across the top.
One's not in the middle here. Yeah. You got it. You got this.
Des Hawes, we've seen her make a few nice doubles so far in this game.
Hard!
Does she got another one?
Get it.
Nice try.
Sorry, my fault.
Just a little overswept. Really nice throw. She is dialed in today.
45.
Just had to hit it just a little bit thicker, and then everything's moving.
One. Line's a bit tight. One. Looks really heavy. Looks heavy. Just a one.
1 is just over the hog line, Steph.
That's right. 2 would be about a halfway guard, and 3 is a tight guard. And they're looking for a 1 here because they want as much separation between the 2 guards as possible to prevent the double peel. A little closer than she would have liked.
It's tough to get to.
Lined up pretty nicely, though, so that
It's really close.
it's
to
going to be
nose. Do you want
difficult for
to just go
BC to
one?
get to
Yeah, I
them.
think so.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
Clean.
Whoa.
Easy. Clean. Good. Nice.
45. I got 40 last time.
Okay, I got 44.
Okay. 50, 45.
Lots of room. One.
She's choosing to replace that high center guard again.
Lots of room. One.
She's going to have to make sure that she keeps lots of separation between these, and as we just discussed, otherwise you're going to line up the double peel. But at some point, even if she throws this high center guard perfect every time, and then BC successfully peels it every time, she eventually has to make a decision to come into the top 4 foot and get a rock in a good scoring position.
54. What did you get? 52. Okay. Sorry. 3/4 is pretty close. Yeah.
Steph, what do you remember about the final that you played in at juniors?
Oh, all the wrong things. I remember the missed shots and the missed opportunities. Actually, the 10th end of that game is as clear as if it was yesterday, to be quite honest. And we had a nice opportunity, actually, to score a couple points in the 10th end. We were playing Suzanne Goody. We had the hammer.
Nice shot.
We ended up with an open hit to be forced to run and go to an extra end. And we just barely touched it and went on through the house, gave up a steal and lost the game right there. Really nice double peel here.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to make you cry up here or anything. I apologize, Steph.
You really brought back some rough memories there, Brian.
What year was that?
That was in 2002 in Summerside, and we were playing not only the hometown team in Suzanne Goody, but the defending world champions. So honestly, the pressure was all on them, but they had been there before, and they did really well.
Now Suzanne Burt, and we'll see her at the Scotties in Grand Prairie.
It's one of the greatest things about playing in juniors is that, you know, that was more than a decade. Oh my goodness, it's going on like 15 years ago now. But these are friendships that last a lifetime. And she was a competitor of mine, you know, and in fact, somewhat of a rival because we played each other so often. She had our number most of the time, but here we are 15 years later, and I just saw her at a bonspiel that I went to in Minnesota, and it was like we hadn't missed a beat. It was really cool to catch up with her. So, and that all starts here at the juniors.
Shots. Close.
Is she going center again? I didn't see. Sorry.
40? Okay. Line's good. 2,
5,
4, 2,
5,
2, 4, 3,
2, 3. Line's pretty
Okay.
good. 3, 4.
3. Just a 3.
3.
Good. Good shot.
Good shot. What did you get? 16. 6. You got 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good shot.
If you're going to have a successful week, this stat certainly helps. Team BC has given up 3 stolen ends all week. That's the lowest in the field. And interesting, actually, early on, second end, New Brunswick was able to steal a single point against BC, but Sarah Daniels has not looked back, in control of this entire game, in my opinion.
That's an unbelievable statistic, actually. 3 ends of steals. And we're talking about playing 9, 10 games all week, and these are 10 end games too. That's just incredible. Really good hammer efficiency.
Clean. Yep, clean. Yep. Hard.
Another peel for Sarah Daniels.
Hard. Right up to it.
Just keeping things as simple as possible with hammer here in the 9th end and a 3-point cushion.
We talked about that leading into this game, Brian, about how being a fairly inexperienced skip, not an inexperienced player by any means, but it wouldn't be surprising for her to sort of be overwhelmed by the situation and maybe make some decisions that she wouldn't make when she wasn't under so much pressure. But she's been playing a really smart game, and as soon as she got that 3-point lead, she started playing a really smart defensive game, keeping things clean, playing the scoreboard, and that shows a lot of poise and confidence as a skip.
Yeah, I know. Okay. 405? 405? Yeah. Okay, what were our last time? 16. Okay. Oh my god. Super heavy.
Line's good.
9. Stay close for line. 9. Back line. Line's good. Line's good. 11. It's really, really heavy.
And not really any backing. He's got to curl a lot to maybe catch that red stone for a little bit of help, and it will just do that. So they will lie too, but a lot of room available here for Sarah Daniels, the skip from the Royal City Curling Club in New Westminster, BC.
10? Yeah, just 10 is good to go.
Are you surprised she's not drawing, Steph?
You know, I'm not all that surprised, only because of the sizable lead that they have right now. A draw is, with those 2 rocks in the 12-foot, a draw is either 4-1 or giving up a steal of 2. With this hit, which is fairly routine, but with this hit, even if she rolls out, she's giving up 1, and she's still got a 2-point lead with hammer. So this is a decision that dictates, that just speaks to the score.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Final stone on the way for Sarah Daniels. And a lovely throw from the young skip, right on the nose. And a single for Team BC. And they are 1 end away from booking a ticket to the finals.
The 2016 Canadian Juniors. Brought to you by Ford of Canada. Proud partner with Curling Canada for more than 20 years. The 2016 Canadian Juniors. Brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Scotties Sponge Towels Purex and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Welcome back to Stratford, Ontario. About an hour and 20 minutes west of Toronto. And British Columbia, a commanding 7-3 lead here as we come home in the 10th end. Lead rocks on the way. Sarah Daniels threw her first one through. Same for the second stone as Justine Comeau. Needs a 4 spot with hammer here in 10 to try force an extra end. So, Steph, you throw up the 2 corners as Kira McLaughlin delivers her second of lead stones, and then maybe hope for a mistake?
You have to hope for a couple of mistakes at this point. You know, you need 4 of your rocks to count. So at this point, you're throwing a couple of corner guards. You're going to see Sarah Daniels not even blink for a second and go up and peel that rock, maybe get the second one out of there too. You can replace the corner guard for 1 more rock, and then you got to start piling them in. And at some point, Team BC is going to have a nice, juicy open hit to finish this game off.
No. Well, clean. Yep. 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 Good. Come on.
Just for good measure.
Des Haas continues to impress in this semifinal. As we look at the game story, interesting enough, New Brunswick did get a steal in the second end, and BC has not given up a lot of steals, but really, British Columbia in cruise control.
Yeah, and that 4th end really stands out there. New Brunswick was forced to throw a fairly routine in-turn lightweight hit to get their single point, but in fact wrecked on the guard and gave up a big steal of 2, and with that lead, BC never looked back, and they've played a perfect defensive game since then, successfully peeling, keeping no rocks in play.
The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Hard, go. Go, no double steal, hard.
Clean. Yep. 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 Hard. Really hard. Hard on the roll. Go. Get it out.
Right out.
19-year-old Des Haas with another nice peel.
Throw another one or come in?
Throw another one.
I think we should come in now.
Okay. 20.
5. Clean. Gotta curl. Really gotta curl. Really gotta curl. Switch. Hard finish. Really hard finish. Hard. All the way. Hard. Hard. Finish it. Hard. Go. Hard. Right back. Hard.
Good effort on the come around there. Not completely buried, but Sarah Daniels isn't going to bother with it. She knows that as long as she peels this corner guard, she's going to have a wide open yellow rock to shoot at in a minute.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, clean. Just clean. Yeah, clean. Clean. Nice.
Van Osh with the peel.
Okay, let's lock it on. 5, 6. You really got to curl. Okay, stay close. Line's okay. 4, 3, 4. Yeah, hard line, really hard line, hard, hard, really hard. Whoa, whoa. She dumped that one.
Probably almost right at the other way.
Opportunity to finish it off right here, actually.
You see the score, 7-3. New Brunswick down in this semifinal, a chance to move on to the gold medal game. Marika Van Osh, get them both. Get that yellow to go. And with that, BC will go to the gold medal game tomorrow here in Stratford.
You're going to see a lot of disappointment on the faces of Team New Brunswick here. You know that they felt that they had it right in their grasp, but it just came down to execution today, Brian. BC was unstoppable.
What a story. 16-year-old Sarah Daniels, a first-team All-Star skip, and now off to the gold medal game. It will be Nova Scotia and British Columbia Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific, and the winner will move on and represent Canada at the Worlds. Matt Dunstone, he's done that before. He was a champion at the juniors in 2013. He is back in the semifinal, taking on Tyler Tardy of BC. You can watch on TSN 1, 3, and 4 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of great shots this week at the Stratford Rotary Complex. Two teams will be crowned national champions tomorrow. Until we talk to you tonight for the men's semifinal, on behalf of myself and Steph, thanks for watching TSN. We'll see you tonight in Stratford.